Hello everyone, I'm Honey Doggo and welcome to my channel. I've made a goal video for 2025 and all I have to say is just don't look at it. It's a sad reminder for me about how hopeful I was last year. This video will be different since I have this thing called experience. However, I should at least give the cliff notes about what happened last year, since this is the base my goals this year will be built upon. Before we start, the art in this video you might have already seen if you watched my 2025 art video. I mainly use the art from my past webcomics world, because I haven't been drawing digitally. I mean, I have, but that art is made specifically for a video that's not this one, so you get old art instead. Also, I've been meaning to post this video sooner, but college got in the way, so let's just move on to the rest of the video. So last year I had a lot of big goals for this channel, which isn't inherently bad. However, those goals weren't feasible for the reality I had to deal with. I'm still in college and my classes started to become more time consuming. On top of that, I got burnt out while working on my webcomic, which is currently on an indefinite hiatus. I wanted to make one video per month, but ultimately made 4 videos that wasn't the 2025 goal video and my update video. While I cringe at the 2025 video now, I do understand the mentality I had when making the video. So I decided to take the failures of my 2025 self and come into 2026 with a different perspective. So now let's get on with my goals. My goal for this year is to be more realistic about what I can do. So there won't be as many goals as last year. This year I have 5 main goals to work on. Goal 1, post at least 4 videos for the entire year. A massive downgrade from last year, but as I stated earlier in this video, I posted 4 videos last year. So I think it's fair to have that be the minimum to complete the goal. Another miniature goal I have for this main goal is to post 2 videos before July. This is mainly because I know my classes for the spring semester require a lot more time to focus on them. Considering that I have been working on some videos ahead of time, I think this should be fair for me. While I do intend to post short form content from time to time, it's ultimately not a big deal for me this year. I want to prioritize making YouTube videos since I want to get better at making them. However, it takes time to make a YouTube video, which is another reason why we set the number to be much lower than 12. The too long didn't read? The bar is low because I'm busy and there's not enough hours in the day to work. Goal 2, work smarter, not harder. What I mean by this is to stop stressing myself out by forcing myself to make art when I don't want to. I still have plenty of art pieces with speed paints / time lapses that I haven't used in a short. So instead of forcing myself to make art, I can just recycle them for other forms of content, especially since I can make shorts when I don't have enough time to work on a video. I know this goal mainly applies to YouTube shorts / TikTok, but this is tied to the realization I made last year. There was a lot of video ideas I had that I ultimately didn't go through with because I couldn't justify making that idea into a whole video. I gave up on a lot of ideas because I just couldn't turn them into one. Looking back on it now, I could have just turned them into shorts. Goal 3, stick to a design for my persona. Not a major goal, but something to strive for. Look, I changed my persona's look multiple times over the course of what appears to be 1 year. Understandable for me since I was dealing with how I viewed myself and how to showcase that online. Not the greatest since A, it doesn't really help with building up a consistent online identity, and B, I'm actually tired of redesigning my persona over and over again. That also leads me to making new sprites, and while I don't mind doing that from time to time, I would like to stick with what I have for at least a year. Goal 4, actually have accountability. There is a lot of reasons why someone may have failed their goals. One reason I see get brought up a lot is the lack of accountability. Now, accountability partners are not necessary to complete a goal, but for some people, having an accountability partner is a great thing. Since I do actually want to go through with my goals, I believe having an accountability partner will help me. Especially since I'm the type of person to push back at tasks constantly because I think I'll have time for it later. On the plus side, I have been using apps to help with completing tasks on time. Goal 5, acceptance and trying. A little tie-in to goal 2. I think these 2 things are a lot more related than I realized. I often get really nervous about my video ideas to the point I'm constantly in this loop of trashing ideas. While I mentioned before a lot of those ideas could have become short, some of those ideas I genuinely thought would be worthy of a video, and I got rid of it because I didn't think anyone else would like them. I've had this crisis time and time again, but each time I come back to the same issue, I start to realize more and more before, but there's a lot I need to accept. I need to accept that regardless of what I think, I will never know if that video idea was worth pursuing if I don't even try to make the video. Sometimes you just need to do something instead of waiting around hoping you have this perfect idea or this thing that will appease everyone. I learned a lot from doing my first webcomic. There's a lot of things I learned, both good and bad, and while I think most of what I have to say is a video for another time, I wouldn't have learned all I know about myself if I haven't made that first webcomic series in the first place. There is one thing that I need to accept, and that is I have to try regardless of whether the results end up being good or bad, because any result can help me improve. That's the best part about being a creative. You just create what's on your mind and you see what sticks. Sometimes you have that one really good idea you love, other times you have these little aspects of a wide variety of things that you think is worth combining together. You may not have known what works for you if you didn't give these different ideas a shot. This year, I just want to try. I want to try new things. I want to try ideas I'm not the most confident about because I would have accepted that I will never know if I was right or wrong if I didn't try at all. Sorry for that last goal. It's something I've really been marinating on for a while now. I think that goal is the one I really want to focus on this year, as I said before. I know I'm late, but getting this video out is better than nothing. If all things go well, expect a video by March or April. Hopefully things will go well. I really want to focus on YouTube more this year, but realistically, I know that's not the greatest possibility for me. Either way, I'm excited to start the new year, and I have links to my other social media platforms in the description of this video. So if you're curious about that, feel free to check them out. Hopefully this year I can post more as well. I hope you have a good day, and feel free to leave a comment about any goals you have for this year. I hope you have a good day or night, and bye-bye!